Hey, welcome to 7 Steps to Smile. I'm Shravan, and this is the first episode. I don't have anything planned for today. I have been putting this off for so long that I just ended up telling myself last night that whatever happens today, I just have to record something. So I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I've been bouncing around with this idea of starting a podcast for a few months now, and I wanted it to be about personal growth and self-discovery because that's the path that I found myself on the end of last year. And it's been a very good, very different, a little bit of a difficult journey so far, but I'm enjoying it. The way I said that, it sounds like I might need to convince myself, but I think that's the point. I think the point is to understand that it does get difficult, and to enjoy the struggle, to enjoy the uphill battle, and as much as you enjoy coasting downhill for a while before, you have to start picking up the gradient again. I have been putting this off because I feel like in some ways I have to make it before I can start talking to people. I have to do something noteworthy before people start paying attention to me. A while back I saw this post on Instagram. I think it was a carousel. It was talking about the expert trap. And it's this idea of people feeling like they have to be the expert before they get started, which doesn't make sense because you cannot be the expert before you get started. You can't be good at something before you start doing it. So that's something I had to remind myself, to psych myself up to get behind the mic and just start talking. So a little bit about me. I am 21, 22 in a month. I'm a university student studying at UKZN here in Durban. I matriculated in 2021 and shipped off to Cape Town for a year and a half. I struggled a bit there. When I say struggled, it might sound like it was all bad, and it wasn't. I had a lot of fun, made some friends, deepened some existing friendships, learned a lot about myself, unlearned a lot about myself. But there were some bad times as well, and the bad times proved to be bad enough, and I found myself on a plane coming back home. I spent 6 months working with my dad. I applied to a local university here. That's where I'm studying now. I'm in my second year. I was studying actuarial science in Cape Town. I still want to be on that path. I still want to qualify as an actuary. I'm majoring in finance and statistics now in Durban. And that's where I'm heading career-wise. Basically, I want to end up in risk consulting, but that's not who I am. That's just what a big portion of my life is right now as a 22-year-old student. I'm still figuring out who I am. I know I want to make big contributions. I know that I am capable and I have the potential, and one of my biggest fears really is wasted or unfulfilled potential. So I know that I have a lot to offer, and I want to offer all that I can. I want to get involved in projects that matter to me, things that challenge me to be better, and things that as I contribute to them, they assist the people around me. I've got no idea what that looks like. Maybe it's helping solve the energy crisis, or housing, or poverty, or maybe it's just assisting big companies to be better for the people that they serve and the employees that work for them. I've got no idea. But I know that my life right now might be geared towards my career and starting up a traditional life in that sense, but it's so much bigger than that. I've got so much more to offer and so much more to think about. And I'm very privileged that I'm given the space and the time to think about that. I mean, just the sitting here now speaking through this microphone, I was gifted this recording equipment after I finished high school. It was sort of a gift for matriculating, and I'm so grateful for that, because when I was given this, it was because I really like music and I was very much into singing and I wanted to record something. And actually, it's still one of my goals is to record and publish a song at some point. I've got no idea when. But yeah, that's a bit off track. And so I found myself with the recording equipment to start a podcast. And when I got the equipment, there was no chance I would have said that I would have done this, but here I am. So that just goes to show that in a very small, minimal way, really, that life is unexpected and we never know where we're going to end up. Yeah, I am in a space right now where there's a lot of uncertainty. I know for a lot of 20-somethings there is a lot of uncertainty, and we would all feel a lot better if we knew for certain that we would end up getting everything that we want, and that there's some kind of justice in the world, in the sense that when we work hard we get rewarded. And it's something that I know a lot of us are, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I know I'm telling myself a lot that if I work hard, everything will work out. But I also know on the flip side of that, that cosmic justice doesn't always exist. Sometimes people work hard and it doesn't work out for them. So yeah, I'm just finding myself in this limbo where I know if I don't work, definitely it's not going to work out. But if I do work hard, there's still a chance that it might not work out. So I guess the best thing that we all can do is use the time that we're given, work as hard as we can, but also take the time to experience the present moment and invest in not just the future, but invest in what you're doing right now and really take it all in, because you're never going to get it back again. It's a balancing act, really. You know, you've got to eat food, but you got to not eat too much. You got to exercise, but not exercise too much. You got to sleep, but not sleep too much. Everybody's focused on growth, but I think that there is a negative side to that when there's too much growth. I mean, everybody wants to grow, but when you go to the doctor's office and the word growth comes up, then there's a whole other feeling that comes up with that. So I think that we have to be very mindful of the extremes. This is basically what I wanted to speak about. I wanted to speak about my life, the very little of it that I've lived so far, in context of the lessons that I've learned and what I'm going through right now. Just hoping, not even hoping that somebody else connects. Obviously, that would be really nice if somebody connects with what I'm saying. I think I wanted a record or an archive of my thoughts, something to look back on and have specific milestones of growth. But I also wanted to do something to challenge myself, maybe pick up a new skill, and hopefully, fingers crossed, build a community of people who hear my thoughts, identify with them, and say, hey, I'm not alone, someone else thinks like me. Yeah, and maybe we can we can all do something together. That'll be really fun. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say, and it's getting kind of late. I just turned this on because I needed to do something before the day was over. I promised myself. Yeah, so this is the first episode of 7 Steps to Smile. Oh, by the way, that title was made because of, and I don't know if anybody knows about positive psychology. It was this field developed by Dr. Martin Seligman. He was the head of the American Psychological Association in 19 something, and he developed this idea of positive psychology, and it's based on this framework of PERMA. I'll get into it maybe in the next few episodes, but basically there's 7 parts of your life, and to achieve flourishing and be the best possible version of you that you can be, these 7 parts of your life need to be, I don't want to say optimized, but you need to pay attention to them. I believe strongly that if you want to be a happy person, you have to live intentionally, and you have to live with the intention of doing things that make you happy in the long term. But I also believe that happiness isn't something that you can chase directly. Happiness is like the sun. You can't get your vitamin D by staring at the sun. You have to do it sort of indirectly, subtly. You have to do things that will give you a byproduct of happiness. Because if you chase happiness directly, you're going to get burned. Chase the sun directly, you're going to get burned. Yeah, and that's why I named this the 7 Steps to Smile. So maybe we'll get onto that more in later episodes. I didn't know how long this was going to go on for. But now you've heard my voice, and you're going to be hearing more of me. I enjoyed this. Bye.